So Barbara mocks him. Kate and her team analyze every word Salt said. She kept saying "we" during the speech, so they wonder if these creatures share a consciousness. When Salt inhaled to smell the plant, her group did it at the same time, including the fish. She also softened her language and used sarcasm. At the lab, two scientists begin scanning the dead eggs. They also take a few samples, and one of the scientists steals one by hiding it in his pocket. Later in the evening, the scientist meets Sir Keith and gives him the sample in exchange for his citizenship, although he becomes upset when he realizes it doesn't include his mother. Afterward, Keith meets with Dominique and another general to hand him the sample. He works in the energy industry and the H2O initiative has a chance of ruining it. Dominique explains they've run a simulation and there's a chance of recession, not to mention that people are already panicking. The US president's priority is to protect the stability of the economy, and Keith's is to protect his companies. They have a lot of influence on the prime minister. But Keith assures his friends that at the end of the day, the prime minister will listen to him because he's the biggest donor. That night, Kate receives a message warning her that the media has discovered Barclay's identity. The next morning, reporters are waiting for him outside the hotel and he meets extra soldiers for protection. Kate asks her team to investigate and may quickly discover that Dominique leaked the picture. To calm the press down, Kate agrees to allow 50 reporters in the hall but no live broadcasting. When the meeting starts, the guards inform Dominique that she's been banned and kick her out. Barclay is shaking while Kate and Austin give him as much advice as they can in just a few minutes. The tank is refilled and Salt returns with her guards. Barclay says hello, so Kate reminds him to read the speech they prepared for him. He apologizes for what happened to the eggs and Salt asks if he's a father. After he says yes, she accepts his apology. Then Salt asks for a glass of water from the river and refuses to talk again until she gets it. The soldiers run to the river and bring a full glass of water, which is very brown. Salt asks Barclay to drink it and Kate immediately tells him not to do it since it could kill him. Her team writes a message to make him say that the government is aware of the pollution crisis and is working on it. However, Salt interrupts him and says she wants his real words, not political emptiness. Kate insists that he needs to stick to the script, but Barclay removes his earpiece. He admits that society is stupid and that the planet is on the verge of destruction. He goes on an angry rant about humans going through their routines thinking it's not their problem and not their fault. The kids do know and he wants to start listening to them today. Salt says that Barclay is her favorite human, making him laugh. However, Austin and Hannah aren't impressed. After the meeting, lots of civilians are cheering for Barclay outside the hotel. He tells his family that he feels amazing and they're proud of him. He admits to Kirby that he wishes he had listened sooner to them. On TV, reporters keep talking about him and call him passionate. Barbara asks about Salt and Barclay realizes she's jealous. Meanwhile, Austin tells Kate that the H2O committee has created new models for environmental regulations. He also informs her that the French government demands that Dominique be allowed in the hall. Kate points out they have evidence of her betrayal, but unfortunately Dominique has lots of influence and they have no choice. The team is now studying mycelium networks, which are fungal threads that connect specific plants. They believe that's what the homospondyles may be using to communicate, and the pearl is the connection point. That night, Barclay looks